Yes, lads, I'm back with another video. Today, I've had to resort to a different method of filming this, recording this video, obviously. My microphone's broke. I'm currently in the process of ordering a new one. I've not yet placed the order. I'm pretty lazy. College work's got me bogged down. But I thought, seeing as, new year, and I'll take a look at my English Premier League predictions that I made, obviously. I think I made them on the 23rd of June. So obviously quite a while ago. And it was just my immediate predictions before most of the transfers had happened, obviously. Not even being into July. So this was the base, the earlier transfers that had been made. But I thought, let's have a look and see how many I'm close to, or I don't think I've got any of them right as I'm looking at this now. But I just thought we'd have a look and see what I got and what I thought. So let's get into it. So this was my most unpopular prediction, and I'd like to say fuck off to everyone that slated me for it. But, I had quite a lot of comments. I think the two most liked comments were saying Bournemouth aren't anywhere near going down. They're currently in 18th, so I was two off. They've conceded not as many goals as I thought they would, considerably less, but they are struggling to score more. Ryan Fraser's not having a season that most people thought he would have, which is understandable because you can't keep up that form in a shit team. Next up, I had Brighton in 19th. Now, this one I'll agree I did get wrong because they've shown flickers of absolute brilliance this year under the man, the myth, the legend. That is Graham Potter. But I do think they're a bit of an inconsistent team. They've not got the players. Neil Maupay is good one game, and then he can very easily fall off. But I do think they've done well for what they should be doing. I think they're defensively they're a lot better than what I thought they'd be. Only having a -4 goal difference, but they sit in 14th. I predicted them 19th. And it appears I've got two of the three in the relegation zone. Just swap them around. I had Bournemouth 20th and Norwich 18th. Bournemouth are 18th and Norwich are 20th. Norwich look pretty awful, defensively especially. And you saw this right from the first game of the season against Liverpool. They've not looked good. Pukki's their only hope, and he's fallen to shit. Cantwell looks very exciting, but other than that, Norwich don't offer a lot. I then grossly misunderestimated what Chris Wilder can do. Sheffield United have been fantastic this season. They've been a joy to watch just in how they can shithouse teams, how they can nick points out of nothing, and they do play some attractive football at times. I think Sheffield United are one of the best teams in the Premier League to watch because they can go to a team like Tottenham, they can go to a team like Arsenal and go, you know what, we can get 1, if not 3 points from her. So I do think Chris Wilder's done a fantastic job. I predict them 17th. They currently sit in 8th. On 29 points ahead of teams like Arsenal. So I think Chris Wilder's doing a fantastic job. I don't like Sheffield United, but I quite enjoy watching them play this season. Next up, I had Southampton to finish 16th. Southampton are currently 12th, so not too far off, about what I expected in a low mid-table. Danny Ings is sort of carrying them. Musa Genepo looks quite decent, obviously with the likes of Vestergaard and the likes backing him up. Che Adams has been linked with a move to my club, Nottingham Forest, but that's been squashed, and it would be a loan move at most. But I do think they're a team that can solidify that mid-table position this season. I had Southampton to finish 16th. They currently sit 12th. I then had Burnley to finish in 15th, and would you look at that? He's only gone and done it. They currently sit in 15th after 21 games on 24.7 wins and 3 draws. Burnley are a hit and miss team for me this year. It is the definition of Brexit football. Nick Pope is one of my favourite players in football. It's just weird. I just think he's shit at times, but he has the odd game where he's just unbeatable. With the additions they made in the summer, I didn't think they'd be where I thought they could be with the right additions, which is 10th, 11th. So I did put them 15th, and that's proved to be fruitful. So, I predicted Burnley to be 15th. They currently are smack bang there in 15th. Next up, I predicted Newcastle to be 14th. They're actually 13th. So, again, a prediction I've done well. This is obviously before Steve Bruce, I believe. And what a job he's doing. I can't even... With a striker like Joe Linton, there's not much you can do because Joe Linton is fucking awful. There's no one that can... they've not spent well. Almiron, I don't really like. The long staffs are very, very important to what they're doing at the minute. And the likes of Fabian Schär, as I mentioned in the Arsenal video, is, in my opinion, the most underrated player in the entire Premier League. So I predicted Northampton. Newcastle to be 14th. They currently sit 13th. I then predicted Villa to be 13th because I did think the players such as Wesley, who is now out for the season, along with I think it's Bjorn Engels and John McGinn that are out for the season. So I do believe they will slip into the relegation zone. But nevertheless, that's for a different video. I predicted 13th because I did think the likes of Wesley, Trezeguet, Marvelous Nakamba, Mings on a permanent. Yotta I've always thought is shit. But they signed some players. But now with Jonathan Kodjia as their only recognised out and out striker, and he is linked with Nottingham Forest as well. I mean, so is half the fucking country. But nevertheless, Villa I predicted to be 13th. They currently sit in 17th, which I can see slipping though. In 12th, I predicted currently sitting in 19th. I predicted Watford to be in 12th. They've been a shambles, really. Obviously, the managerial changes hasn't helped. Deeney's back in the team, and they sort of got back to it. Deulofeu had a very, very decent game recently. Doucouré is getting back to form, I believe. They did just draw to Tranmere, but Watford are having a bit of a nightmare. Only scoring 17, which is the lowest in the entire league. I predicted Watford to be 12th. They're currently 19th. Now, one of my favourite teams in the Premier League, I don't know why, they just always have been, is Crystal Palace in 11th, and they currently sit in 9th. Zaha has been the opposite of what we thought it'd be, now that he stayed. But, players are stepping up in this team, and I think it's a very exciting team to watch, and Hodgson's got them playing well. And long may it continue, because I do quite like Crystal Palace as a side. I then predicted West Ham to be in 10th. I mean, they are 16th. And they have appointed Moyes, but I do see them achieving not 10th necessarily, but 13th or a 14th. Sebastian Haller is a striker that I do like. Yarmolenko and the likes need to start getting into form. Felipe Anderson needs to hit a few more goals for me, a few more assists. Mikel Antonio, I believe, is overperforming from what he is, but obviously being an ex-Forest player, I do hold a lot of respect for that man for what he did for the club. But I predicted West Ham to be 10th. They're currently in 16th. Now, my biggest cock-up of the entire video, I've predicted Leicester to be 9th. They are in 2nd. I did think Rodgers would have an impact, don't get me wrong, but I did not think it would be this early. What they're doing, obviously, they're on a bit of a shaky form, drawing to Aston Villa in the Cup last night, I believe, as I'm recording this, obviously. Do not know when this will go out. But yeah, I do like Leicester. I know I shouldn't. Well, Leicester fans don't like us, but I couldn't give two flying monkey fucks about Leicester. But I predicted them 9th. They're currently 2nd. And may I say, Jamie Vardy's the best striker in the Premier League. I do not give a fuck. What a man. And in 8th, I predicted, currently sitting 11th, Everton. Everton are a bit of a weird team this season. They spent quite heavily. Moyes Keane has been the weirdest thing ever, especially when Big Duncan Ferguson was in charge. He was... he spent more time coming on and off the pitch than he did actually scoring goals. It was very interesting. But I do like the side Everton have got. Obviously, they got bum raped by Liverpool's under 12s, which wasn't a pleasant sight, especially with that Curtis Jones goal. He was linked to Forest again. As I said, every fucker at a certain point is linked to Forest. But I predicted Everton to be in 8th, and obviously they currently sit in 11th. And I've got my second one right as of today, obviously, which is the 9th of January. Wolves, I predicted 7th. They're 7th. Exactly what you expected from Wolves. Nothing more to be said. They do what they do. It's Wolves. They did it last season, they're doing it this season. I then went and stuck the 6th place to Chelsea, who currently sit in 4th. Partly because Frank Lampard's a wanker. But, I didn't think Abraham would bag as many as he has. I didn't think Kante could keep the form up with the players he had around him. A lot more inexperienced. Obviously, Chelsea cheated their way through a cup tie against Forest. Cheating bastards, rent boys, the lot. No, obviously, on all seriously, they are overperforming what I thought of Lampard, and they're doing quite well for the inexperience in the squad. Then got my third one right. I said Manchester United will be 5th, and fuck knows how, but they're 5th. Ollie out still, or Ollie in, because I quite like seeing these fuckers lose. But they are doing all right. I don't think they'll do much going forward. I don't think they'll be able to hold 5th, if in all honesty. But yeah, I predicted Man United 5th. They currently sit 5th. I then went and put Arsenal in 4th. No, I don't know why either. 10th. The less said about Banter FC, the better. Mikel Arteta will lose the dressing room. Mark my words. Give it 365 days, come back to this video and say, well done Football Insider, Arteta's a wanker, he's lost the dressing room. I'll wait, don't worry. I then put Tottenham in third. They're currently sit sixth. I do think they're underperforming. Obviously, Mourinho's come in. I do like Mourinho. Obviously, has been explicitly said in previous videos. I do like the likes of Heung-min Son. Is, how can you not like that bloke unless you're a racist? I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, I do quite like the look of Tottenham this year, especially under Mourinho management. I stick by my top four finish for them. I put them in third. They obviously currently sit in sixth. And now the part of the video that I didn't want to go to. I predicted Liverpool to be second. They obviously are currently 13 points clear. They've won the league. They've won the Champions League again. They'll probably win the quadruple next year as well. Klopp's a specky wanker. I like Van Dijk because he used to play for Celtic. And if you don't know, this will lose me a few subscribers and probably get me a few dislikes. But my family's Irish heritage, so I'm a Celtic fan. So please, it will make my day if you can leave comments of fuck the IRA, fuck the Pope, or you Catholic cunt in the comments. I've heard it all before, you know what I mean? Carry on. But yeah, Van Dijk's the only player I'll let slide, purely because of that link to Celtic. Liverpool are a force to be reckoned with. They're the best team in world football. There's no arguing. As much as I don't like to admit it, because I don't like Liverpool, I never have and I never will do. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like them. And they're first. They've won the league. And I believe Man United's period of dominance, it won't be on that scale, but I believe they'll win 5 out of the next 6 Premier League. They'll win 3 out of the next 6 Champions Leagues. And they'll win 3 out of the next 6 FA Cups. Simple as that. I think we're witnessing a generational team in this Liverpool side. Which brings me on to Man City. Guardiola has fucked it. Not getting a centre-back in the window that can cover has absolutely killed him, like many people knew it would. Going forward, you're still absolutely brilliant. Raheem Sterling, again, still one of my favourite players in the league. But what are you doing not signing a centre-back? What are you doing? It's criminal, Pep. It's criminal. But as I said, that team that City have should be good enough to win a Premier League title. And it's currently sitting in third, which shows how well Leicester are doing. And it also shows what a talent Liverpool are. But yeah, I just thought that I'd do this, come back to my predictions. Thanks for all the support on the actual video that I've obviously just not reacted to, but updated. It is the video that's propelled my channel the most. I've actually looked at the analytics to the video, and it's astounding how much this video helped my channel grow. The subscribers it got me, and the likes. I think it had over 400 comments at one point. I apologise to the editor because this is getting quite long, but I do just want to say thank you because it got 17,590 views, 250 likes. It was ridiculous, and in the past, I've never had a video do this well. I obviously got a lot of stick from my voice and all that, but couldn't give a fuck. But it's been a mental year, 2019 was. To say I earned 400 subscribers in 2019 was incredible, and I'd like to thank everyone for it. It is just a bit of fun that I do on the side with my mate who obviously edits the videos, and again, he's a hero. I wouldn't be here on this channel doing it without him. I wouldn't have anywhere. I wouldn't have a channel. I was too shit scared to speak before he effectively forced me and held me at gunpoint. But thanks for watching. Obviously, leave a like because it does help the video. It pushes it higher in recommendations. Tell all your mates that I'm a big IRA Pope shagging Catholic wanker, and I will see you in the next video.